Today is September the 4th of 2024, and I thought that it would be a perfect day to just kind of show what it looks like in my neighborhood and where we live. Just a few minutes just to sort of give you an idea of what it's like or what it can be like in Nova Scotia in the summertime, which it still is the summer. I know it's started to cool down a little bit in the last few days from what it was this summer, but it's still roughly around 20 to 22 Celsius during the day. Sunny, nice. So this is my street, or actually lane. There's only 3 houses on this lane, and been living here now for over 21 years. And the lane itself is only 140 meters long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just show you where Lisa and I live, and then show you a little bit of the lane sort of in condensed format. So here's where we live. And this is our new, well, not new, they're 4 years old, but our hydrangeas out front at the end of the driveway. And just come in here a little ways. We've got trees everywhere. And so we've got, a lot of shade. We do have some sun, and we do have a bit of garden space that can grow a few things, but in hindsight we do have more shade probably than we do sunny areas. So this is sort of the front yard. There's the garden boxes there, and then swinging around, this is looking back towards the driveway. And then we have a parking spot here, and it's also the area where the septic tank is accessible to be cleaned out. So I'm going to just walk around in behind just to give an idea of what it's like in our backyard, which is essentially pretty much mostly a forest. But we do have, based on Lisa's idea, these gravel paths. We built these gravel paths 4 years ago this summer, and it actually enabled us to have a real yard. So we've got the gazebo here with the hot tub in it, and that's a 12 by 12 structure. I'll just sort of take you up here and show you what that looks like. It's a little bit difficult to show it with this angle, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to back this out a little bit, so there you get the full view of what it looks like in here. I got some of my rowing mementos here, my oars and whatnot. This is where I spend a lot of my time relaxing. Now this is a view of the house from the back. That gets the whole house in, but it's a little bit scrunched up because of this view. So I'm going to go to put it back to the normal view, and you can sort of see a bit more of the right aspect ratio there. It's the flag of the city of Bremen. Lisa and I both have had major surgeries in that city, and the people of Germany and Bremen were very good to us, and we loved it there. So I have fond memories of Bremen. And these are the gravel paths that we've built in our backyard. We do have a bug tent. We didn't deploy it this year just because of everything that's been happening. We didn't really kind of get the time, but what we also just did is we put up a backstop for archery. And so that's like 10 feet by 5 feet, the white stuff, and it's really, really tough. It can stop an arrow, no problem at all. And then in behind that, we don't really have any real paths built. So this is sort of the stopping point for paths in the backyard, and this kind of gives you a view. I'm going to get a wider angle here of the backyard. And so it's a forest with paths. And we got our deck out back. And so that's what it looks like in the back of her house. And just gonna go back around the front. We've got a really big pine tree here. It must be about 60 feet high, an eastern pine. Drops a lot of pine needles. There's Heidi's old trike there. She still uses it once in a while. And again, back to the front, and I'm gonna now take a walk down our path. Well, not our path, sorry, but our lane, our lane, and kind of give you a view of what it's like here. So it's very quiet in here. There's no way that anybody can see into our property really from any angle, even our next door neighbor. There's about 35 feet of forest in between us, and so it's very private. And this is one of the nicest days we've had all summer. Actually, it's beautiful temperature. But our lot is about 1.25 acres. Our neighbor's lot is a little over 1.5 acres. And then the neighbor at the very end of the lane, their lot is over 2 acres. A little bit over 2 acres. So there's our neighbor's place there. And then down at the end of the lane is our other neighbors, and that's it. Our other people in homes on the other side of this forest here on another street. But technically all this land, the lane itself is a shared right of way for the 3 homeowners that own here, and then the rest of the land is owned by us. So yeah, and so this actually is the largest house in the lane. You can't see it from this side, but it's actually quite a large house. Probably at least 50% bigger than our house. Okay, and then coming back up the lane, we'll go back to our place, and then that'll be it for this video. But I just thought it's something that I haven't ever put on YouTube, and I know I've had quite a few different friends say, oh, what does it look like where you live, and I'd like to see it. And a photo is a photo, but it doesn't really give you the perspective of being able to walk around the neighborhood like this and sort of see how private it is here. The closest that we would be to a major highway directly from our house is about almost half a mile. It's about 750 meters. So we can hear it, but it's pretty attenuated by all the forest in between. And there's mostly just forest in between our place and the 103 highway. So it's a quiet, beautiful spot. These forests on the right hand side, all of those were decimated in Hurricane 1. They've all grown back in the last 21 years. And these hydrangeas here, we're quite proud of them. We just got those put in 4 years ago and hoped that they would do reasonably well, and actually they are doing quite well. So, and this is the front view of the house again. And I guess the only thing that I didn't mention out in the front here is that this big magnolia tree here is a gift from my friend Ian Bailey, a housewarming gift when I moved in 2003. And it would have been only, I don't know, 3 feet tall maybe when he gave it to me. And when Lisa moved here in 2006, it was maybe 4 feet tall, and now it's well over 20 feet tall. And this side is the heat pump for cooling the air and heating, and the oil tank for heating our hot water and parts of the house. So anyway, that's it for the tour. Hope you enjoyed it.